Tukisonga mbele ni kwamba seneta wa kaunti ya Kisii, Richard Onyonka, ameibua hisia mseto mtandaoni baada ya kudai kuwa shirika la ndege la Kenya Airways linamilikiwa na kampuni mbili za kibinafsi. Mwanahabari wetu Sisila Lubanga alipata nafasi ya kuketi naye na analeta taarifa hiyo.
Kufikia Disemba mwaka jana, deni la KQ lilikuwa shilingi bilioni 38.26. Hii kiibua mjadala kuhusu udhabiti wa kifedha na operesheni ya kampuni hiyo ya uchukuzi wa ndege. Swala hili likihitaji kuangaliwa kwa kina. Seneta wa kaunti ya Kisii hata hivyo ameibua mjadala tofauti kwa kudai kuwa kampuni ya KQ inamilikiwa na kampuni mbili, Serengeti na Tsavo.
I know for fact, because I have got the facts, I can sit here and explain to you all the details about what happens. The feeling I have is that in this country, very many of us in leadership, and indeed people of substance, people who should be standing up and talking about certain things which are, even if it means they're sensitive and they are critical, we don't bother. Whether it is money that is being stolen at the county government or whether it is money that is being stolen at the national government.
Seneta huyo ametetea msimamo wake akisema rubani walioleta ndege mpya kutoka Brazil hawakutumia stakabadhi za KQ kama inavyotakikana na hivyo kuibua swala la umiliki wake.
Pilots were being sent to Brazil to go and bring the aeroplanes, and they would sign documents. You see, when you pick an aeroplane from the assembly plant and you are flying it to Kenya, you are actually to sign a release document. When these release documents were being signed, they were not being signed for KQ. They were being signed for Serengeti Investments and for Tsavo Holdings. It was done obviously because some people wanted to make money. The reality is, if you check from the time when KQ started buying the Umbria planes, because there's a difference between the Umbrias because they are smaller and they consume less fuel, and it was a fantastic idea for KQ and the Kenyan government at that time to put money on the side to buy those aeroplanes. But you see, what happened is when those contracts were signed, after that is when KQ started making losses. And that is the same time, if you notice, when KQ decided to join the KLM, there's the KLM, Air France, KQ, there's this organization, just like now you have the Emirates and Qatar, they have their own arrangements internally. That is the time when, you can imagine of all times, when the people who are managing KQ, and the people who are managing the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, and the people who are managing all the statutory organizations which manage our, how do I put it, who manage our airspace. That is when they sold Heathrow. That is when they sold London.
Kamati ya bunge la kitaifa na Seneta imeteuliwa kuangazia swala hilo na kufahamu umiliki wa kampuni hiyo ya uchukuzi wa ndege na jinsi ya kupata mwafaka.
State capture investments which have made our country lose money for years and years. My feeling is that some of us have to start talking about them. We understand the risks, we understand the consequences, but sometimes, so what? The reality is, they say the truth and it will set you free.
Maseneta sasa wanataka uchunguzi wa kina kufanyika kufuatia hasara za kila mara zinazoshuhudiwa kwenye kampuni hiyo, huku serikali ikiendelea kuipa kampuni